Good morning and welcome to the Haggai Cup Stadium. Of course, day number 6 of the COSAFA 2025 Under-17 Girls Championship, hosted by Namibia in the heart of their capital, Windhoek. And I am on the touchline to bring you all you need to know about semi-final day. And we kickstart today's fixtures off with, of course, Zambia, the defending champions, taking on Zimbabwe. The battles of the Z's, if you like. And I'm joined by none other than my two lovely analysts here on the touchline. I'm of course joined by Lady Yana Anonymous. Good morning and thank you so much for joining me.
Good morning, CJ. Thank you so much for having me.
What a week
again.
we've had.
Yeah, no, definitely a week filled with so much drama, a lot of great football. It was lovely to be here.
And of course, we are joined as well by Veronica van Veek. Veronica, welcome back and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, CJ.
You ready for semi-finals day?
Definitely. I can't wait to go to the third and fourth place to the final. It's exciting.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Just 2 more days left of action, 4 more games to play. Who will be crowned champions? Well, it all starts with this match. Of course, the winner of this match goes through to that elusive final. Will it be the defending champions or will it be Zimbabwe that will upset, of course, the Copper Princesses in this fixture? Now, Lady Anna, I'm going to start off with you in terms of this match. I know head-to-head between these two teams, coming to last year's competition, it was 7 for Zambia and 2 for Zimbabwe. Do you expect another crash up like that, or do you think Zimbabwe can maybe upset the likes of Zambia like they did Lesotho?
CJ, considering how Zimbabwe actually qualified to the semi-finals, I think this team is a team we shouldn't be sleeping on. It's a team that's going to come out here and put on a good show, put in the shift, obviously, to get the 3 points and move on to the finals. This team lost their first their opening match, and you would think that the team would be down, but this team really came back. These girls have a great mind and spirit with them. A winning team, winning 11-0 in their last match. 12-2 in their last match. Very impeccable performance. I think they're going to build from there and obviously give Zambia a huge fight. Zambia, on the other hand, we don't expect less from them, considering that they're the most successful team in the tournament, CJ. This team has walked over everyone that was in their way to get to the semi-finals, and they will be planning on doing that against Zimbabwe as well. I'm just very excited to see how, Zimbabwe claps back when Zambia launches an attack.
Definitely so. Loads to look forward to in this match. Veronica, talk to us about the likes of Zimbabwe as well. Like we said, they went down 3-0 against Botswana, but fought their way back against last year's finalist Lesotho, beating them 12-2. So what do you make of their stint thus far at this 2025 Under-17 Championship?
Looking at this tournament, I can say Zimbabwe has been a country that went through a lot in terms of football. A few years back, we have seen that FIFA Council has banned, and we could imagine what happened throughout those years. And coming back and seeing Zimbabwe coming on semi-finals, it's definitely amazing for them to be here and make it throughout this tournament until here. So already it's a win for them.
It's already a win for them.
Yeah.
Now, Lady Anna, getting to the defending champions, as you rightfully said, they're the most successful team to date. Of course, for our viewers back home, if you're only joining us now in this competition, where have you been, first and foremost? Secondly, just a bit of background information. They have won the competition twice. That would be in 2021 and last year. They were the runners-up in 2020 and 2022. And then the least place they came in at is, of course, 3rd place. So they've never done worse than 3rd place. Now, what does that tell us about Zambia going into this semi-final match, and what is their intent for this year's Cup?
CJ, when you look at the Zambian team, you are looking at a very polished team. You're looking at those defenders that really don't want to concede. They will do anything but concede. The goalkeeper also commanding her team just to avoid other teams from coming and, getting those clear shots at goal. Then you have the midfielders that are very versatile, very mobile, very aware of their surroundings. Obviously, them knowing each other, you can just see this team knows each other. They have trained well together. This team, like we mentioned before, this team has qualified for the Under-17 World Cup, CJ, and it shows with their performance. Honestly, a very impressive team, and I think I should give credit to the centre backs. I call them the tech team, in the likes of Mwape and it's Mwape and Kasimba, yes. Kasimba. Very impressive two defenders. The center-back pairing is very commendable. You can see they are very strong. They don't host any hostages. These two girls know what they're doing back there. And also very versatile when it comes to attacking and defending. Very impressive pairing when it comes to the defense from Zambia.
Definitely very impressive pairing. But Veronica, in terms of Zambia, just for their group stages, we also know that they haven't conceded a goal throughout. They beat the likes of Mozambique, fellow semi-finalists 4-0, and Mauritius on an impressive 9-0. So what does that tell us heading into this match? Do you think the goalkeeper would like to keep that record as clean and tidy as possible?
Definitely, definitely. Whenever you are on a clean sheet, it's like there is no way that I'm gonna, concede. And looking at Zimbabwe, like she said, there is something that Zambia is doing great. They are focusing on the grassroots. I think they closed the gap between the under national junior teams to the senior national team. There is a closed gap. So they, as much as they focus to the senior team, they also focus at the junior teams. So they kept the girls together and they have been quite busy. So with that experience, they are looking forward not to concede. But looking at Zimbabwe's defense, they are a bit shaky, but I think they can look at the key players of Zambia and focus on them for them not to concede or to go to the next round.
Now, Veronica, I'm going to stay with you. Talk to us about what are your thoughts if you hear Zambia, Zimbabwe, who do you think the pressure falls on here for this match today?
I mean, Zambia has quite an amazing and exciting tournament, and ever since they joined this tournament and also other tournaments, they have fun, they have skills. Like I said, the girls have been working together and definitely they know each other. The more you know each other, then you know when to pass, how to pass to this player. So I think combination play, they are quite good. Zimbabwe, on the other hand, they are on pressure. They conceded a few goals. And then I think Zambia will also take a look at how their defense is shaky and counter on that.
Now, I would like to touch on a player, of course, jersey number 9 for the likes of Zambia. And first and foremost, the reason why, except for her being an impeccable player, is, of course, the likes that she's 12 years old. What do you make of this impeccable talent, Dee Winnie, just coming through for the likes of Zambia?
I think it is very impressive that a 12-year-old can come here at an under-17 tournament, and still outshine her peers and those older than her. A very impressive player, a star in the making, if you ask me, CJ. I'm very excited to see what she's going to cook for us today, and we are ready to eat. But is Zambia ready to eat what Dee is about to cook for them? A very impressive player. Honestly, very excited for her.
Now, like I said, for Zimbabwe, it's not just Dee that pitches up, but Maya. We've also seen Maya, the jersey number 17, that really brings the energy. She scored 4 goals in the previous match against Lesotho. So Zambia needs to keep a close eye on in terms. Zambia needs to keep a close eye on in terms of today's fixture.
Yes, CJ, she scored 4 goals. She has 4 goals. It shows that this player is really here to help her team, play a really good game. She wants to do her best. And the fact that the teammates understand that they have a problem solver in Maya is very easy on them, And I hope they can use that to their advantage. I think I should also give compliments to the coach for keeping the pairing of Maya and Dee. If it's not broken, why fix it? And this pairing has really been very... It is a perfect pairing for Zimbabwe, and we love to see this pairing. I can't wait to see once again what these girls have to offer today.
Definitely so. Now, apart from Maya and Dee, we also have the jersey number 7. We were very much impressed with her as well during the tournament. Talk to us about what does she bring to the table for Zimbabwe, Lady Anna?
Yes, Kumalo is also another imperative player in this team. I think the team wouldn't have been so good if they didn't have the likes of Kumalo in this team. A very busy player, if you ask me, very skillful, very creative, also very involved. When we look at the goals scored last match, she was part of most of the game plays, build-up plays towards the goals. Very important that she's still in the starting lineup, obviously because she has been delivering for the country, or the team rather. And I think it's great to see that she's still there, living to fight for another 90 minutes or more.
Now, just in terms of Zambia, a lot of their stats, just for the viewers at home, except for them being the most successful team, I think these stats come to play very much. They're a team of high-scoring goals. Goals for, they've got 121 for them, while they've got only 17 against them. What does that tell us about this formidable Copper Princesses that will be facing Zimbabwe today?
As you are asking that question, CJ, I also come to think of these type of tournaments that you take a look at and have a networking. I mean, Zambia has been a team that has been not only for girls, but also for boys, that they have been more focusing on the junior level and coming on board the teams that went out group stages. Maybe they can ask them, what is it that you guys are doing right? How do you keep these girls? How do you keep these girls? How is it that until here? And mind you, they are the first team to have picked this tournament, I mean the cup, for 2 times. So they are looking forward for the third one, and it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. They've got loads bridges to cross, and the first one is Zimbabwe. Now, sticking with Zambia, of course, key players to look out for is, of course, none other than their captain, Ruth. Ruth has been ruthless, if you would state it like that. She's really bringing her A game. She scored 3 goals in the build-up to the semi-final. What do you make of Ruth and what she brings to the team?
CJ, I said another player was a star in the making. When I'm looking at Ruth, I'm looking at a star already, you know. This girl is so young, but at a young age, you can see how strong she is. You know, when she takes those shots, there's so much power with those shots. A very confident player in her ability. I think the team also encourages her to be confident because the team plays to her strength. She's a very strong runner also. You know, she can push defenders over. And this girl does not stop at nothing, CJ. A very ruthless player. I think she should have been ruthless, not Ruth, but very ruthless. Just very beautiful to watch, you know. She embodies so much. What is this? There's class when Ruth plays, you know. It's beautiful to watch. We want to see this at such a young age. I can't wait to see what kind of a beast she's going to turn into in the next few years. Very impressive player, CJ.
Now, Veronica, apart from Ruth, we also have Banda. What an outfit she has been. We know that Banda scored 3 goals also to the build-up of the semi-final, but not just that, she already has 4 goals on her tally from the previous competition. So she's standing at a nice 7 goals in this competition. Talk to us about just what does a player like Banda bring to the Zambian side?
You can see the way she walks, the way she communicates with the players. She seems very humble, and humbleness can also take you far in terms of sports or wherever you find yourself. So looking at her, she's a star. We can see that she's a star. She has physicality, she's strong, she has a combination play. She can go on the wing and come back and go forward. That's a type of smartness that we also need as much as we are skillful in football for you to keep you far.
Now, another player that does have a standout and 3 goals to her name is the likes of Precious in the background, if you like, in the background for Zambia. Talk to us about what does she bring all the way from that centre-back position?
Like I mentioned, Precious is one of the 2 players in my tech team. Precious Mwape, a very impressive player to watch. I'm a defender, so I'm always looking to see who's the next best thing when it comes to defense. And Precious has been really precious, if I put it that way. A player that was moved into the midfield the other day and also still managed to, you know, deliver. How did she score these goals? Because she went out there and she's a go-getter, you know, CJ. She doesn't hold any prisoners. Very important that you have a player like Precious in your team. A star-studded team rather, but she also raises her hand every single time and she's like, I'm also here, guys, look at me. And I love that for her.
Definitely. So we'll be definitely keeping eyes on all of these players and the rest of the starting lineups. Now, Lady Anna, I'm going to start with you. Predictions and your thoughts, your final thoughts heading into this first 45 quickly.
Yes, CJ, Zambia is called the Junior Disciplinary Committee. I want to see how they are going to approach the match. I think, with Zimbabwe obviously rebuilding and coming back into this tournament, becoming stronger as the tournament goes, I'm thinking we are looking at a very tightly contested first half. Let's say 1-0 in the favor of Zambia.
And then for you, Veronica, heading into this first 45 minutes?
I'm already anxious and nervous, but I can't wait to see them. But I feel like Zambia will come back strong as well as Zimbabwe will not try to concede, but I'll prefer 2-0 for Zambia.
2-0 for Zambia. It's a close contest here on the touchline between our analysts. But who will it be? It's the battle of the Z's as Zimbabwe and Zambia take to the pitch. Will it be the defending champions or will Zimbabwe look for yet another upset? It's 45 minutes till we touch base on what exactly transpired. For now, we cross over to our commentating team. Of course, Donald Swaro and Salome brings you those first 45.
We are live and direct from the Dr. Hage Geingob Stadium here in Windhoek, Namibia, and welcome yet to another live broadcast as we bring you this match here that is Zambia versus Zimbabwe. What a big one that we are waiting for, and this is the COSAFA u17 Girls Championship, the 2025 edition. I am with Salome Iyambo this afternoon as we bring you this live match here, and I am Donald Swaro. Pudi, what's on it? I will be your commentator this afternoon. And Salome, thank you again for joining us. Your thoughts? Two big giants in COSAFA, that is Zambia and Zimbabwe.
Thank you, Charo. Indeed, a very, very beautiful morning. Sun is out, it's shining brightly. Perfect weather for a football match. And yes, we are here to witness the two big giants in the names of Zimbabwe and Zambia that will be taking on the COSAFA u17 first semi-finals. And as we are to welcome the teams on the pitch, we'll be seeing a lot of changes done by the coaches, not always from the bench, but tactically within their lineups. Same formation, a little bit different for Zimbabwe, as we see they are playing with a diamond shape or triangle in the middle there. Alicia, the general, my captain, moving towards the right flank and no longer in the middle of the park. There we see jersey number 13 in the name of Natasha.
And for now, as you can see, the two teams are coming out of that famous tunnel for the past week. And the referee is leading these two sets of players. Remember, you can as well watch this match on your COSAFA YouTube channel, FIFA Plus, NBC2, and NBC radios. And talking about those radios, Nyuani, your commentator there, that is Pistor Mumba Matali, and Kati FM, Shumbwa Damien, as well as TYS FM in Ompemete, Masaka. For now, we are going to have the national anthem
Ladies and
of
gentlemen, please
Zambia.
stand for the national anthem of Zambia.
Zambia, proud and free, land of work and joy in unity, victors in the struggle for the right. We want freedom's fight, oh, one, strong and free. Africa is our own motherland, fashioned with and blessed by God's good hand. Let us all have people join us one, brothers under the sun. Oh, one, strong and free. One land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace in Zambia's sky, like a noble eagle in its flight. Zambia, praise to thee, oh, one, strong and free. Praise be to God, praise be, bless our great Zambia, Zambia, Zambia. Green and we stand under the flag of our land. Zambia, praise to thee.
the national anthem of Zimbabwe. There we have it, the two teams' national anthems as the players are greeting the referees and the opponents here as we are waiting for this big one. Remember that Zambia is the most successful team in this competition's history, as they have won it twice, looking for a third win here. But remember, this is just the semi-finals of this tournament here in Windhoek. And Salome, for you, I mean, Zambia quite coming in strong there after winning against Mozambique by 4-0. They went on to play against Mauritius, where they won by 11-0. But before coming to that, you know, the starting lineup there for Zambia, making some 3 changes there, and incoming is Esther Ngabwe. We have Esther Makoti, as well as Grace Piri, the 3 players that are coming in there for Beatrice Njovu, as well as Precious Mwewa and Fevi Musonda. The 2 captains there with the referees, having that toss to see as to who will take the field and who will take the ball this afternoon.
Okay.
The 3 changes as we are waiting for that lineup of Zimbabwe. But yes, match officials for you this afternoon: Liponta Libuka from Lesotho, Fatima Nouriz from Seychelles, and assistant referee number 2 Tanya Olga Guambe from Mozambique. And there we have it, the starting lineup for Zimbabwe. And they don't have any changes for now. That is Zimbabwe opting to go in with the team that won against Lesotho by 12-2. Salome, your take on that?
Indeed, I mean, if you look at the previous match between Lesotho and Zimbabwe, something really not predictable. One wouldn't believe that, given the best ever match, in my opinion, to have featured on the Namibian soil for the COSAFA u17 was that of Lesotho and Botswana, and for Lesotho to go down by 12-2, it was rather unbelievable. But yes, football is unpredictable. They might not have made a change in that important match, but we are also seeing that some players in the likes of Jesse number 13 as well as Jesse number 11 were not on the pitch in the very first match, hence they feature on this one. But we are seeing a defender being swapped for a forward. Perhaps it's an indication that we want to make sure that we end the defending champions' fate, and also for them to continue preparing well for the Under-17 Women's World Cup.
And there we have it, as the referee has given us a signal to say the match has started for now. And on the onset there is Zambia Waiting to see the outcomes of this match here. Zambia coming in through the middle here. Immediately threatening, and that's a foul. Foul there for Zambia.
Definitely a free kick. Perhaps Zambia will get on a good start if they can do something productive with this free kick, just close to the 18-yard box of the Zimbabwean goalkeeper.
Yes, it could be another opportunity here. As you can see there, the Zambian coach in Kanyemba Carroll looking closely at that one. And the free kick taker there, that is Esther Makoti. Taking a shot, goalkeeper, fumbling again! Taking love for the second time here. And she has been doing very well in Nyakuchena, the goalkeeper of Zimbabwe. But now another opportunity here for Zambia. Oh! Now Zambia is really pressing high. She has been playing very well. I mean, the goalkeeper playing there for Brighton and Hove Albion in the UK. She's coming from very far.
I think her quality shows why she's playing for Brighton, and it is an error that I could say from her end to get that ball bounce and spit in her hands, but she was equally able to come back and make sure that she take control of the ball. But just wow, good start from Zambia. Within the first 2 minutes, already trying 2 attempts towards goal, and that's a very great indication. And as you can see, they have a lot of players forward. When they attack, they push them forward.
Another attempt there by the Zambian team. And I can tell you that's the first time I see her fumbling a ball. That is Nyakuchena from Zimbabwe. Again, it might be some pressure coming from the Zambian team. Look at that, coming out again. And could be another opportunity. He's in the crossbar. Oh, another shot.
Beautiful.
Name in business, that is Zambia. And that is the general, isn't it? Chinyoka.
Not at all. That is Grace Piri. We are seeing how much she really wants that, and unfortunately, Zambia could not take a lead. They were denied by the crossbar.
Yes, I mean, pardon me, Grace Piri, yes. Not so sure why I am so excited about the general.
She will still give you the show. It's too early.
Oh, yes.
She's warming up the engine, I believe.
Warming up the engine, yes. And it is Zambia versus Zimbabwe here. Another long kick from the goalkeeper. Could be another opportunity again. Look at that! Is that a penalty? No, sir. Referee instead giving a free kick. Oh, the pressure is just too much here from Zambia.
I think it's the right decision from the referee. The player lost control of the ball and definitely dived, in my opinion, wanting to deceive the referee to give a penalty. You got to earn your goal. Take it up. As you can see, she went up and the goalkeeper really just went sliding down. Let's check it again. As you can see, she's running. Yeah. She lifted up the ball and she went really down unconvincingly.
Oh, yes. There is the number 5 there. That is Precious Mwape, one of the players that represented Zambia at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in Dominican Republic last year. Formidable player, that is Precious Mwape. Kicking out that one, that is Natasha Clarice. Look at that, Salome.
Again, we see how the most dangerous player there, very, very bad take from the goalkeeper, but she was able to recover that immediately.
Now running very strong. Goalkeeper coming out really. Coming out to
quite well.
Take that one in. You know, the timing, running out from her line to get those dangerous balls. No wonder she's playing for Brighton and Hove Albion in the UK. She is here for a reason, perhaps to see her team in the finals. And could be another opportunity here for Zimbabwe. A good cross. Another shot from Fado. And putting pressure now is Zimbabwe. There's a player down. Not so sure as to what that is, but yes, it is an offside here for Zambia. Given a chance to take a little breather. I think maybe the ball hit on the face. And there they are. The medics are called in.
I must really say, jersey number 10 of Zambia, the captain Mukoma Ruth, is really ruthless and was very close for taking it for Zambia and putting them ahead. But only now, after such a few many shots, Zimbabwe realized that yes, we are also here to play football and we are bringing it to your backyard.
Yes.
And it was not an offside there, but rather a drop ball. I think it was just singled out for a player that gave an indication she wasn't well.
And playing it safe back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Kakumbi. And now the captain, Ruth Mukoma. A lot is expected from her this afternoon. Could that be a cross? Yes, look at her.
Oh.
And safety first. Is it a sign of being under pressure or rather panicking?
I think it's both. It is pressure that caused the defensive line of Zimbabwe to panic in the likes of jersey number 13, Natasha.
Look at that cross coming in. Oh, header!
Did not have to do that. Again, we have it from Grace Piri really knocking on the doors of the Zimbabwean goal. She wants to start her banking account right there today and right now. Unlucky that she had a free header and she put it just outside.
And remember, we have the two players that represented Zambia at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup. Two of them are currently on the pitch, and that is Precious Mwape as well as Daonga Mubanga, the number 17.
Okay, it is a good sign to always have experience to build on. Of course, this team is here preparing already for that important encounter to represent all of us, all the African nations, especially from the Southern African region. Perhaps the experience of Mumbanga and Mape will come to light when Zambia take on the much-needed assignment.
And remember, they have qualified for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup as well for this year. That will take place in Morocco. So as SADC and COSAFA, we have to stand behind them really. But well, it is out for a corner kick again for Zambia. Look at that.
Let's see what happened there. It's a very lovely cross into the box, and Piri really unable to make that one count. Free header, all alone, not even on target. Should have done much better.
Should have done much better. I definitely agree with you there. Look at that cross. It's like dodging that ball again, but then...
What a beautiful take from the youngest player on the field, jersey number 9 of Zimbabwe, who really put that one out into counter-attack.
the youngest player, and there it is, the captain Ruth, nicely off, but then taken out there by the defense of Zimbabwe. Look at that, number 9, the youngest player. I mean, you were telling me that she will possibly feature again next year in this same tournament. I mean, considering her age.
Definitely, if she is a player.
That's another one, Salome. Oh, what a tackle! Looked like a offside, but the assistant referee had no interest in that. Another shot! They really mean business here, that is Zambia. Nice twist and turn there for the young girl. Is that a headball? Let's celebrate one! Is that a card, Salome?
You cannot do that in football. But of course, referee not interested in giving a yellow card. That is so deliberate handball, and it's stopping an opportunity of an attack.
Yes. And surprisingly, no yellow card. Look at that.
Just look at that. She went definitely just like a goalkeeper diving into the goal. I think it's poor from the referee not to be able to caution that.
And she got away with that one. Very lucky to get away with that one. And another free kick here for Zimbabwe in a prime position here. What can they do? Another shot! Oh! That was rather close for the first time in this match.
And guess who took it?
Who's that?
The youngest player.
There she is.
The youngest player in the COSAFA U17 Championship 2025. And that is a 12-year-old. She did not yet turn 13. She is to turn 13 on 7th July this year.
And believe me, if the COSAFA under-17, or rather under-15 schools championships, she is eligible to be selected for that under-15 as well. Yes. We are talking of the number 9 here. That is Winnie Mapua. Still.
Really?
Yes. I mean, she is eligible to be selected for the under-15 national team as well.
Mapua is really an exciting player to be 12 years old and future already at this level. It's a great indication. It's a trust in the coaching staff. It's exciting to see that you are also given a starting place in the first 11 of every match of your country, also playing different positions. As you can recall that the previous match, Mapua played as a left wing.
Yes.
And today she is taking on the attack in the striking position. And definitely she will be one of the few that can represent 3-4 different national age groups of her country, under 15, 17 and under 20 respectively.
And another free kick here for Zimbabwe. And we see here Chantel Opportunity Mugute coming to take that one. There she is, as the referee is also having a word with there with Helen Banda. What can she do? Chantel Opportunity Mugute. Really can't wait to take that one, isn't it? And she takes that one. Oh! Just! Did the goalkeeper have a fingertip on that?
I doubt it. And you have seen already, I like to call her Opportunity, as her name Opportunity is double on her passport.
Yes.
And she's a player that can really swing in all the crosses. I like her technique when she takes the ball, and that was just an inch close into the back of the net, and Zambia need to be very careful if they have such a
opportunity.
if they are giving away those opportunities close to their goal line, they might just regret it.
Opportunity, really making use of those opportunity. And now Zambia intercepted there, taken over. Look at that.
That was the general.
Giving it to Mapua. Look at it, trying to take on the defense of Zambia. It's a slip. Now Zambia, with their captain, can't afford to make those mistakes there. The back against the Zambia. Then played out, and it is a throw-in here for Zambia.
A very good block there by Vinoira.
Another attack here as the assistant referee lift up for an offside. And it is a very good game so far, Salome. I mean, 16 minutes into the first half, we have seen some attempts on target and threatening.
Indeed, Zambia has been knocking and wanting it more, and Zimbabwe standing its ground to show that they can fend off any threat caused by Zambia and also try to threaten them twice.
There we have it. Look at that cross. Is that going to be a corner kick for Zambia? Corner kick for Zambia this time around. They want to play it very quick there, but Faith Kaunda trying to ask it as a short corner. Then I think the captain will opt to make it a long one. Goalkeeper comes out, and under pressure there, clearance from the Zambian, or rather Zimbabwean defense. Look at that strong run. Playing those interpasses. Another opportunity, goalkeeper coming out. Oh, and that's an offside.
Good play there by Zambia, but unfortunately a little bit too late to release the ball to the forwards to finish the play. But Zimbabwe having the midfield really in the likes of Alicia and Kumalo always coming back to assist and defend their territory.
And now Zambia again trying to orchestrate another attack here. And that's Esther Makoti running really very strong in that right wing. But then equally watched by Chiesa Kumalo. Another throw in there for Zimbabwe. And we're about to hit the 20-minute mark into this first half of this very interesting encounter here between these two teams, Zambia versus Zimbabwe. Who is it going to be?
What a mistake.
And what a mistake would be another opportunity here for Zim. Oh, take too long on the post, and from the goal line. My word, what is going on here?
Such brilliant play there by Hazel Kanyuru, making sure that Zambia don't take that one. Not a chance. Very, very lucky team there, being denied again for the second time into this match by the crossbar. And Isabella or Hazel Kanyuku really making sure that it doesn't happen.
Yes.
Not now, maybe later. And that is what you want in your defensive line, to have players that can really come up. She's a center back, mind you.
Yes.
To ensure that they take away this type of threats.
And Nyakuchena there, she was really beaten, not knowing what is actually happening. She was not aware as to where the ball is at all. And managed to get away with that one as well. That is the defense of Zimbabwe. And now Zambia trying to attack there from the right wing. Look at that strong run. Could that be a cross? Yes! Goalkeeper for the second time. And really taking it easy there, the goalkeeper. You can see the confidence in her as well.
I really like what I'm seeing here. Both players, both teams show determination, hunger to get into this match, and really playing intensive football, keeping it to the basics. And as much as Zambia is attacking, I should commend also the defensive zone of Zimbabwe, who is making sure that individually and collectively they shut them off their opponent, that is, and making sure that they don't concede that early goal.
And Salome, in all honesty, for now, though we don't have the ball possession yet, Zambia has been the team that has been threatening, isn't it? I mean, so far hitting the goalpost twice and always threatening, as you're just about to witness. Look at that. Will that cross come in? Yes, and the goalkeeper. Oh, I'm telling you.
I couldn't agree less.
Isabella.
I couldn't agree less than your thoughts here. Really, Zambia has been threatening. They look to need it more as compared to their opponents. But the opponents has been really, really firm into standing their ground. Twice they missed being on their toes, and football is a game of luck. Zimbabwe was saved by the crossbar twice.
Another one, goalkeeper coming out, this time missing in. It is a goal. Oh no!
It's an offside.
It's an offside. It's an offside.
At least they know how it feels now to put it at the back of the net against Zimbabwe.
Though it won't count. But yes, I mean, they have been attacking and attacking. That is Zambia. And this time around, the goalkeeper being beaten, but then for Zambia, unfortunately not counting.
I think the Zambian attack is really showing strength and speed. They prove to be a bit faster than their counterparts in going forwards. Many a times, especially on the right flank. Zambian forwards are really outrunning the defensive players of Zimbabwe, especially on the right side.
Look at that, another one! Oh!
How many lives does Zimbabwe has?
Oh my word!
3 crossbars. 3!
3! And very powerful as well. My word.
I think they've got 9 lives, just like a cat, they say.
Remember, this is not the first time that these two teams are playing against each other. We know that Zambia played against Zimbabwe last year in this same tournament here, and Zambia won by 7 goals to 2. And the corner coming in, another header there, but couldn't just give it the right direction here.
Yeah, but I think the goalkeeper miscalculated this one. As a goalkeeper, you got to stand your ground. If you go out of your line at the corner being taken against you, you got to make sure that you put your glove on that ball to avoid this and not come out and allow the ball to be taken freely by the opponent.
Yes. And throw in here for Zimbabwe.
But lovely skills there by Tunduwe, the 12-year-old player. Very exciting, well-built, perfect physique for a footballer. And she really possessed some special skills, decision-making, quite correct and perfectly done and demonstrated on this pitch. Every time she put her foot on the ball, you can really tell that something good is about to happen.
And talking about Mapua, she is selected in the best 11 of this tournament. Best players, 11 best players of this tournament. She is part of that team. Really, she has shown potential. She has shown class as well. It's just that she is been neutralized a bit in comparison with when they played against Lesotho. But now she is a bit quiet. But yes, another corner, or rather cross there. Yes, that is what we know her for. You know, those crosses coming in. And this might be the first one in this match here after 26 minutes.
Beautiful tackle.
Another opportunity here, the goalkeeper coming out. And now, what can she do with that one? Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, very interesting game here. Another long one there, looking for the captain. And the captain can really run. That is Ruth Mukoma. Look at that! No! No, it was an offside.
Could have been a lovely play.
Could have been a lovely play, but look at that miss as well, Zolomi. That miss.
I think the first touch of Ruth Mukoma of Zambia here really let her down. She pushed the ball quite too far from her body. It's always best when the player keep the ball close to themselves. That way they have full control of what to do with the ball and where to direct it. But even though it was still a miss.
Yes. And now there we have Zambia again on the attack, clearing under pressure there. That is Ivy Nyamucherera, really being under pressure. Nyamucherera. So far, so good for Zambia, especially there in that defense. Hence, they are so much under pressure. But yes, it is still game on here at Dr. Hage Geingob Rugby Stadium, the capital city of Namibia. That is Windhoek. Weather, excellent weather here for football as well.
Indeed, yes. Zambia unable really to take a lead after countless beautiful attacks. Not being able to put that ball at the back of the net. Zimbabwe saved 3 times by the crossbar, which is their 13th player, I should say.
Yes. And now, another, another long one here. And there she is. Mapua chasing after that one, but then couldn't get to that one. Look at her face. Very determined, focused. Mapua, such a young girl, playing so fine, playing so good football. The future is bright for her.
Very, very bright indeed. Any coach would want to sign such a youthful player with such determination and skills. Great football decision making on the pitch, and every time she has the ball, really something great happens. As you can see that for Zimbabwe, their right flank is the best.
There! Oh my word! Another shot! It was an opportunity there for Zambia. Not so sure how the player there managed to really suck that ball out of their feet. It was not a tackle as such.
It's a great defensive decision by the back line again. Always coming from the center backs. It's always Mapua, Jesse Kapuka, Jesse number 5. That is Kanyuru Hazel. Always there for her goalkeeper in case
Look at that. Could be another opportunity here. But then played out from far. 30 minutes into the first half. And we still have Zambia 0, Zimbabwe 0. COSAFA under 17 girls championship, the 2025 edition.
But really, Charo, you got to admit that the center backs in the names of Niborio and Hazel Kanyuru really has been covering the zones as well as their goalkeeper very well, winning those dangerous passes, one-on-one tackles, really up to the game. If they continue like this, Zambia will be asking questions. We should have finished it off already in the first opening minutes of the game.
Will that cross come in? Yes, it comes in for the captain. And this one! Oh! Straight to the goalkeeper! Straight to the goalkeeper, really. Could have done better, actually. Is that
I mean,
Helen Banda?
From Banda, I should have expected really something different. Placing that ball into the far left corner, since the goalkeeper was already closing the right one of her side. But perhaps she was scared that...
another opportunity here, Salome. Look at that. Oh, just a miss again. My word. How long is it going to take for Zambia to put it in the back of the net?
It is really not Zambia's day. They need to bow down and pray again, because they have done everything so right. Just not that final ball.
But I mean, look at that, Salome. Oh, I thought is that the action replay there, but then there's a player down there for Zimbabwe. I mean, this could be another opportunity here for Zambia to perhaps make use of this opportunity here to, for the players to come to the coach just to get some more instructions and stabilize that defense and midfield to really, take care of these attacks from the Zambian side.
Definitely, what can one say? It's Zambia being unlucky. They have knocked so many times. They have tried so many times, so many chances. Everything was done right, but not that last. Look at that striker really moving away from the defensive line of Zimbabwe, but unable to get it again. We are seeing Banta in front of goals and just had to give the ball straight to the goalkeeper, like, take, it's yours. I don't need to put it at the back of the net. I think it's a game of poor concentration from the attacking side of Zambia. They just need to get their minds right, yes, and do what need to be done for that final ball. You don't need to really go for glory. You just need to place it and put it away.
Just to place it, and we are not so sure as to how long it is going to take for Zambia to find that back of the net. And another chance here for the coach and players of Zimbabwe to perhaps regroup and take care of those attacks and perhaps reverse things and attack as well. But yes, the goalkeeper there, that is Nyakuchena Isabella, playing it from behind. Big one there from the defense of Zambia. The young player there in Winnie Mapua has been quiet. The youngest player, well contained there by Precious Mwape in the defense of Zambia. She has really neutralized it for now. Look at that, Samaya Munna. Where are you going? Trying to clear that one is Zimbabwe, and another attack here from Zambia. What can they do with this one? Trying to poke in those holes in the defense, but it has been was not easy. Look at that, very dangerous
I must really say that, you know, it's like writing a script, if you like. So many chances gone, begging. And I should tell you that Zambia has done everything but not score.
Look at that, another opportunity here for Zambia. Could be one against shot. Oh, this time around, no
Finally.
chance. A bullet, brilliant goal there for Zambia.
Finally.
Finally, breaking the
That
deadlock.
is Natasha Kasema for you.
It has been coming. It has been coming, really. Prayers from the coach, praying to the men above, saying thank you. And then the goalkeeper here with the hands on the head, perhaps disappointed with her defense. Look at the supporters as well.
I should tell you, I was just talking about, look at that run again, being left behind there. And what a beautiful, beautiful, clinical shot taken. Very powerful. Goalkeeper cannot do anything in this regard. The defense of Zimbabwe was caught sleeping for the first time. But like I said, they are beaten by speed. The forwards of Zambia, especially on the right side, where we have the captain Mukoma, Ruth, really just doing her thing, putting the ball down and just pushing it forward, beat the defense of Zimbabwe with speed, and a beautiful cross that was taken right now. I should tell you that the scripts have now changed after so many times. What they couldn't do, which was a goal, they got it. And
there they are again, coming up. The number 9 there, that is Mapua, failing to cross that one properly. And I should say the captain as well, Chinyoka, so far has been very quiet. No chance at all. Look at that step over. And a corner again.
a corner for you.
Zinoira. Anoti Aisha Zinoira. Yes. And for now, a corner here for Zambia. Look at that, could be another opportunity here, taking a shot, being blocked. And I'm telling you, some easy mistakes there from the defense of Zimbabwe. And now, one-on-one. Clearing that one.
Excellent there, excellent. Footwork
and it has been very easy mistakes there from the defense of Zimbabwe. Salome, look at that. When the cross came in, player was just supposed to clear that one and then misses. Look at that, another opportunity again. Oh my word.
Again is Ruth Mukona, or Mukoma rather, being ruthless. Just like the run she made to give a beautiful assist. Just when you thought they wouldn't finally break, and bam, there comes the goal. It couldn't be cleared off from the line as the previous ones were dealt with respectively by the Zimbabwean defense, who really had committed themselves into heartbreak of Zambia.
Now, there's a player injured here for Zambia. And I'm telling you, for now, players that really played against Lesotho, that is the Zimbabwean team, players like Ivy Nyamucherera, players like Chiesa Kumalo, they are really quiet. Not so sure as to what happened today. But yes, at this time, 40-minute mark of the first half.
There you go again.
And another corner, cross couldn't come through. But yes, holding Zambia as the champions to a 1-0 scoreline up until the 40-minute mark. That's actually good, one could say.
Yeah. You know, I was sitting here, perhaps the Zambian coach was asking herself, at some point you've got to ask yourself, is it bad luck in terms of poor finishing or a mix of both? Because the build-up play has really been absolutely top class, but the finishing, oh dear me,
Yes.
it's been very criminal, if you can say. But they should really thank the captain, Mukoma, for a very beautiful run and a clinical finish by Natasha Kasema. You cannot do anything with that, but the Zimbabwean goalkeeper should blame herself, because just a few minutes before that, she was trying to play delay tactics and the ball really was played wrongly. She should have played it better. And let's see what Zimbabwe can do with the corner.
It is a corner there for Zimbabwe.
Was that outside or inside? Okay, it is outside.
It is outside.
It caught me worrying.
Never gonna miss a goal from here. I mean, the view from here, excellent view. Commentary booth at the Dr. Hage Geingob Rugby Stadium. Cannot miss a goal. But yes. Now another attack here. Is that a corner?
Should be a goal kick.
It is a goal kick. I mean, holding the defending champions to a 1-0 scoreline in 42 minutes of the first half. That is actually something good. The Zimbabwean team is doing something right here.
Makoti.
Yes, Makoti
Has really been doing great. Is Makoti, is Banda, as well as Mukoma. They have been really threatening the defense of Zimbabwe and also outplaying them in the midfield, because believe me you, there has been top-class passes in the middle of the park for Zambia. And they just got what it's there. And look at that player on your screen, Kasema, who really gave us a nice, fast, long shot, and it was beautiful. I don't think I can kick that hard as much as she has just demonstrated there. It was with power.
Play has resumed. And look at that, easy giveaway. And a shot. Really mistakes there from the Zimbabwean defense. Not so sure as to what is going on here, but they have been really, poor in terms of making those big clearances. But for now, it is still Zambia 1, Zimbabwe 0. The middle of the park there, let's see. He's still in the middle of the park. Zambia in possession, rather playing it back there to Precious Mwape. Look at that, Mubanga again playing it back there to Gift Mazimba. Goalkeeper Bukata Kakumbi. It's like Zimbabwe is almost nowhere to be found for now. Each and every second ball belongs to the Zambian team. That's the second ball, belongs to the Zambian team. Now, on the attack, is that a foul? No, advantage, and nothing comes out of that. It is a corner. Every second ball, from what I have noticed, is that every second ball falls to the Zambian player, as if Zimbabwe is nowhere to be found. Another corner here. Could be an opportunity again. Getting a long one. Header just
across the face of goal.
Yes.
Again, you got to appreciate Mumbanga in the middle of the park for Zambia. Has been doing really the basics and quite clinical. He's just received the ball, pass it in the right moment and the right player in the right direction to make sure that no mistakes are really left to be unturned by the Zimbabwean team. And also Mukoma and Makoti, including Firi, they really have been threatening in this first half of this match.
And really even goal kicks as well. Not clinical. Safety first. They would rather opt for a corner instead of a throw-in. That's the defense of Zambia, doing those mistakes. Look at that. Another opportunity, goalkeeper. Yes, coming out. Isabella Nyakuchena. There she is.
So young.
The number 14, Natasha Kasema. Natasha Kasema. Coming up now. Look at that run. Very strong. Cross again and goalkeeper coming out. Goalkeeper, really, Isabella, has been outstanding. Excellent. Not so sure as to why she's holding her head. Is that an indication to say
I'm okay?
I'm okay or I am injured?
Definitely I'm okay. It's a long one coming since the head.
Another one there! Goalkeeper! I'm telling you.
Mamma mia!
Look at that.
You got to appreciate and love this young lady. Definitely Isabella Nyakuchena. Nyakuchena has been doing tremendously well, blocking all those balls. And this is why anyone could have run for her services, and they are now taken by her club in the UK, being Brighton, because she is doing quite well in her position. Bravery coming off the line, blocking all those balls, keeping her team into the game. I mean, it's 1-0, given the last result of 7-0.
Could be another opportunity here. Shot, and she comes out. I mean, playing for Brighton, she has a bright future. Yes. And there she is, Nyakuchena Isabella, and 2 minutes of added time just came to an end as well, and it is halftime for now, signaled there by the referee, that is Liponza Libuka, all the way from Lesotho. As you can see, the goalkeeper there, her hands on top of the head. Not so sure as to what indication that is. Perhaps some dizziness. And she has done quite well in this first half. Possibly player of the match for the first half. If it was not for that goal conceded for now. Look at those supporters there cheering on their teams. Cheering on their teams is the spectators here. And it is still 1-0 for now. And there is a goal scorer. Goal scorer being Natasha Kasema. Really very focused. And there we have it. It is Zambia 1, Zimbabwe 0, first half.
Lekker, lekker en nogmaals lekker, as they would say in Afrikaans. What a first half there, and it's been end-to-end stuff here. Now we are joined by I am joined by my touchline analyst to give us exactly what they made of that first 45. Lady Anna, I'm going to start with you. How would you describe that first 45?
CJ Didang as an, it's on in there, Zambia coming at Zimbabwe and Zimbabwe equally answering the questions, Zambia asking these questions. But Zimbabwe is like, listen, no one is having a walk in the park here. So Didang as an.
Didang as an. Veronica, how would you describe that first 45?
We say it's cooking, saying in Kogokova. It's on. Definitely, it was a show, but we had a showstopper, Hazel. And I can't wait to put it on the table.
Definitely so. One goal between the two of these teams. The battle of the neighbors are definitely on here, Lady Anna. What do you make of that 36-minute goal there from the likes of that number 14 from Zambia?
CJ, this is what we signed up for. We want to see a competitive match at this stage in the tournament. Obviously, everyone looking to qualify for the finals. Kasema, woo, very impressive. She started off slow in the tournament, but it looks like this is a player, a big player. Big games are for big players, and Kasema is really stepping up to the task right now. Very impressive to watch.
Definitely so. As we have your first half stats there on the board, of course, Zambia leading 1-0 in this battle of the Z's with the 11 goal attempts compared to Zimbabwe's 2, 6 on target to Zimbabwe's 0, and then 4 fouls apiece. But what's interesting for me is also the possession, 46% to 36%, 64. Sorry, my apologies, 64 to 36%. Veronica, what do you make of that possession in this match? Is it a true reflection of what we've been seeing in the first 45?
I can say Zimbabwe have kept their defense, same as Zambia. Zambia is hungry. You can see they had more chances than Zimbabwe, and they have been coming. They have been coming for Zimbabwe, and they have never stopped until the last whistle. Same as the defense for Zimbabwe, they never stop. I can also applaud the goalkeeper. She has been working. We can say team no sleep. She has been working, and definitely I can praise her for that.
Lady Anna, Veronica just touching ever so slightly there on the goalkeeper. Of course, Isabella coming to the rescue for the Zimbabwean side. Would you say she's the player of the first half thus far?
Yes, definitely, CJ. She has stopped most of the goals that we all thought, were going to go in. This was like a nail-biting thriller, sitting there watching Isabella in her element. Isabella has been influential in the first half, stopping those goals, and of course we need to give credit to her defense for also coming to the rescue in instances when she couldn't. The likes of Hazel out there, just giving their best. I think Zimbabwe came here to, not be a push over to Zambia and really showed character in the first half. Very impressive from Isabella indeed.
Now, Lady Anna did touch on Isabella, but as well as Hazel, and what a component Hazel has been in this match. That first and foremost clearing that goal line ball, and then the second one is just yanking the ball back when the goalkeeper was not in a position, and just doing it all calm and collected and making it look so easy.
As a defender, you also need to be smart, and I think she has the smartness. She can see her side, who is coming, who is not coming, and she's a defender that takes charge. We can see she goes for the ball. She's a die-doer. She dies for the ball. The ball must stop. It cannot go behind her. So I think she has been doing quite well.
Now, Lady Anna, I would like to touch on D and the way she's been closed off on the opposite side of the pitch. I mean, she's really not been given a lot of leeway to try and bring that brilliance that we saw against Lesotho.
I think Zambia has done their homework on Zimbabwe. D is a very dangerous player when you give her the chance, and she's playing against the likes of Kaunda and one of my favorite players, Mwape. They are not giving her the time of day. These two players know why D is, having 4 goals in the tournament, and they decided today is not the day for you, D. Maybe you can find bread other side. Let's say go look for bread somewhere else.
Go look for it somewhere else. So you'd like to come in terms of D and how she's been closed?
Yeah. Let me add on what Lady Anna said. They know, and you know, the first day that we had when this tournament kicked off, you don't know. But as the games progresses, you analyze, you see their weak points, we see their strength, and I think Zambia has done that quite well to close her off because definitely she is dangerous, and we have seen that with the previous games that she had.
Definitely so. Now, apart from these players that we've touched on, Lady Anna, who has been a pivotal key players for the likes of the defending champion Zambia?
Yeah, definitely Mubanga. I'll start looking like I'm biased, but this is a very important player when you look at the midfield of Zambia. You know, this girl is very calm. She's confident, you know. She doesn't force passes, you know. At this age, you'd be expecting them to force those passes, but she knows when to give a forward pass and when to just say, guys, no, relax. We are not in the right space yet. Let's delay play. We can always keep the ball, you know. A player that is also very important when Zambia is defending, slots into the center backs, you know, to just cover defend. I think this player is very, Mubanga is exceptional. A very important player for Zambia.
Veronica, you would like to do you want to come in on that one?
Yeah, I think she's a type of player that you have to look forward to that plays box to box. And having such a player, it's a bonus for you because she has the capability to defend and attack as well.
Now, I want to stay with you, Veronica, in terms of on the opposite side of the pitch for Zimbabwe, who has been pivotal. We've talked about the goalkeeper, Isabella, and their defensive structure. But up front, who has really been trying to get them those balls up front and trying to make a difference for them?
I think we can also take a look at Jessie number 13, Natasha. She has also been helping the defense. And then most of the times Zambia has been attacking Zimbabwe, and that's where she also played a pivotal role for her to come and defend and also attack. But going forward, they could really struggle, but defensive-wise, she has been also there.
Lady Anna, who would you say really stood out for you for the Zimbabwean outfit?
I think CJ, with the amount of pressure, you know, and the expertise of playing against counter and Mwape, I think Dee is doing a pretty good job, you know. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, is she really this young? She's so mature, you know, her age doesn't speak for her. She plays like someone who has played for a very long time. I can't wait to see what she does, you know, when the opportunity and the time and the moment comes for her to shine.
Now, somebody that we've been seeing in action for Zimbabwe, and especially in that last match, was Maya. But a bit of a silent feature for today thus far. Veronica?
Come again?
Maya, how would you say, is she a silent feature at this point in time for Zimbabwe? Or do you feel like she's yet to show something in this match?
I think, like in the beginning, I said Zimbabwe has been coming a long way. They have been through leaps and bounds. And seeing them to be here to make it to the semi-finals, it's a huge measure for them already. And I think she still has the capability to come and show what she can do for the team.
How would you describe Maya's influence in this match, if any?
I think CJ, I saw glimpses of Maya in the match, you know. When she saw that she couldn't take on the defense, she would hold up the ball, you know, just to deliver to one of her oncoming players. I think Maya is the type of player that shines when it comes to the second half. She probably wants to analyze her opponents first and check where the weaknesses are. And I'm hoping that the second half is actually her time to, you know, step up to the plate. And because after this, there's nothing else to fight for. You want to go to the finals, and this is the stage right now. Today is the day. If not now, then when?
It is the moment that creates big players indeed. Now, a big player that we need to talk about and that has had quite an influence on the Zambian team is their captain, Ruth. Talk about how she's dominated this game. We've seen a few offsides from her, but still very much active in the build-up of any type of goal at any point in time in the match.
Yes, CJ, having a Mukoma on your team is quite important. It boosts your confidence coming into any match. You can see she's a willing runner. She always wants the ball, you know. If one thing is not working, she tries something else. I see the coach made tactical changes, moved her from the one side, from the left wing to the right wing, because maybe it wasn't working on the left wing. But I think the first half, not that impressive, if you ask me, because she was quite offside a lot of times. Maybe she should look into, not maybe, but she should definitely look into, you know, just staying a bit back and allowing us, her players to give her the balls in space, because there's no defender in the Zimbabwean defense that can actually outrun her or outpace her. I think she should use that as an advantage and not try and challenge them by already being offside.
Now, Veronica, we know it's one goal to the defending champions. Do you see or predict a comeback on the cards for Zimbabwe in terms of a fight back?
I think they must make some connections with Dee. Dee is quite a good player, and I think she needs more support because Zambia picked her, and definitely they are closing down on her. So where can we get another D? So I think she needs to get more support going forward. So I think a second half, Zimbabwe must take a look at that.
Do you sense a comeback, or are we looking at Zambia pulling away with this one?
Yeah, no, CJ, this is a difficult one. You know, it's very unpredictable. Right now, it's anyone's game. I'm just hoping a player steps up and says, listen, guys, here's the drama. I am here, and, you know, it's a 1-1 situation, and then we just see some more fighting, you know, we want to see who's hungry. I just want to see really good football, yeah. So I really, yeah, this is difficult, man. I want to take my win.
Definitely so. Now, ladies, final predictions from your side, Leniara?
2-0 for Zambia.
2-0?
I think 3-1 for Zambia.
3-1. So we've got a 2-1 and a 3-1. I sense a goal coming back. Do we sense a goal coming back? Well, only time will tell. Like we said, once again, it's over to our commentators who's bringing you that final 45 to build us all the way up to the final whistle. Who's going to make it through to the final? Well, catch us on the flip side and we'll tell you exactly who. It's over to Donald Swaro and of course Salome Ambo to entertain you for the next 45.
Welcome back for the second half of this match. It is Zambia versus Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe currently trailing by a goal that is of Zambia. You can see there on your screen that is Chinyoka. She has been very quiet in the first half. I think the honors lies upon her to really carry her team. Otherwise, they are going to fall in this semi-final encounter, and Zambia will possibly go through to play the finals against either Mozambique or Malawi. The goal scorer, there you can see her. And remember, you can watch this match here on COSAFA YouTube channels, FIFA Plus, NBC2, and NBC radio stations. First slash of the second half, as you can see that one there. Another foul here for Zambia with Ruth Mukoma. There she is, Ruth. She can be ruthless. And now we see here Precious Mwape. Precious Mwape taking that free kick, listening some instructions there from the bench. I mean, Salome, second half, and we still see Zambia here putting up that pressure, and I think the goalkeeper will have that one. Oh, what a mistake from the goalkeeper! Look at that, another save. I mean, it is like Zambia are starting where they have left off.
You know, Charo, this is it's just after halftime. I mean, it's the first minutes of the second half. Of course.
Yes, as you can see there, well wasted corner there. Yes, Salome.
Of course, it's still Zambia with a slender goal or lead there by 1-0. But my goodness, that scoreline only tells half the story. It's been the first half of Charles. It's been a beginning of the second half with drama and near misses.
Yes.
Zambia could easily be out of sight by now. They've created a buffet of chances, hit the crossbar 3 times, had one cleared off the line, and somehow just one goal definitely separate these two strong giants of the Southern African region.
You can clearly see that she is in pain. That is Precious Moape.
Let's hope that Moape will be okay there. As we can see, she's getting up. Look at that. Oh, she really got taken away from the ball, and it must hurt. You wouldn't want to see any player being carried off, and we wish her well there to really come back strong.
Yes.
As they take on a free kick.
And wasted one. I'm not so sure. What is it with the goalkeeper today? I mean, that is Isabella Nyakuchena. She has been fumbling a lot of balls this afternoon.
She has been fantastic in the first half, and starting with drama in the second. And really, let's talk about her being the real hero of the first half.
Yes.
She needs to go back to her default settings of the first half and not continue with this drama that just started. She had really not much to do, but just keep the balls away.
Yeah. Another throw in there for Zambia. And there, is that a corner? Yes. And that is Helen Banda. And the corner would be taken. Look at that, the coach of Zambia. It's like telling the players to switch on, switch on, switch on. And there we have Esther Makoti taking that corner kick. And cleared from the line. Wow! Wow! And it is actually, you know, offside, isn't it? Yes,
but take
offside.
Nothing away from Ivy. That was such a beautiful, beautiful clearance. Again, for the second time in this match, something being taken away from the line.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Look at that.
Beautiful corner take there. Goalkeeper didn't do right. Free header comes in. And Ivy decided to really defend her goal and defend her goalkeeper who is out of position. But just wow, it took a thigh to keep the ball away.
Look at that, another opportunity, yes. But yes, I mean, clearing from the line there is Ivy. Ivy Nyakucherera. That is why when corner kicks are taken, we need to place players there to really take care of those ones in case the goalkeeper can't handle. But yes, could be another shot here from far, yes! And the goalkeeper this time around getting to that one. I'm not so sure if they miss Mercy Chipasula. Mercy Chipasula was the top goal scorer of the previous tournament, taking that golden boot with some 13 goals. But this time around, she's not here. Probably graduated to another age group.
Indeed, we'll be seeing Mercy Chipasula back here on the Namibian soil in July when she bring along her under-20 team to the COSAFA Women Under-20 Championship to be held in Namibia again here in Windhoek. But I must really say Zambia really need to have composure in the second half. If they are to take this clinically away, they will need to go into the second half not cushioning one goal, but keeping composure to really put goals away, because everything is done beautifully, and only the final third, that clinical finish is not coming, or perhaps the Zimbabwean defense is just too good for Zambia today.
Maybe, just maybe. And one can only look into the fact as well that Zambia players have been in camp, you know, preparing for the Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifiers before coming to this tournament. So they had ample time to really prepare and select the right players just to come and defend.
Okay, let's look at... I thought it was a replay, but it is a normal play.
Yes, and as you can see there, as that ball was launched forward, none of the Zimbabwean strikers was there, nowhere to be found. And another chance here to attack for Zimbabwe. Rather playing it to the goalkeeper, that is Taonga Mubanga. She has been outstanding as well in the middle of the pitch. Look at that, distributing those passes very well for Zambia. And now we have Esther Ngabwe. Look at that, somehow panicking there in the back, really, the defense of Zimbabwe.
I think as long as the ball is away, but beautiful play from Zambia, really taking the ball back to the goalkeeper, switching play and really opening up the pitch to use the entire width.
Look at that,
which is
offside.
really great.
Yes, offside, says the assistant referee number 1, that is Fatima Nouriz from Seychelles. And here Esther Makoti, just coming on for this match here. She was on the bench the last time Zambia played. And now could be another opportunity here for Zimbabwe. The young lady there is really struggling, isn't it? The young Winnie Mapua. And now the captain, Ruth. Let's see, could be a goal! Over the crossbar. Over the crossbar. And again, that is Esther Makoti.
Really unlucky there. She should have made that one count, at least to be on target if she couldn't score.
And for the fact that the Zambian, or rather Zimbabwean defense are actually allowing the strikers of Zambia enough time to take those shots, try to close them up.
If Zimbabwe is to score a goal here, I'm sure Zambia would be blaming themselves for decades and decades to leave, because this is one of those games where you should have done better. You should have finished off this game already in the first half, 2, 3, 4 goals up, and they are not doing just that. Maybe it is with Beatrice Njobu to break to make sure that they seal this one.
And really, it will be very interesting if Zimbabwe can get a goal here. But then, on the other end, another cross here. Could be another opportunity. Oh, ho, ho. Just across the goal mouth. Could have gone anywhere if someone had touched it.
I think there is a particular message being sent out by the goalkeeper, because every time she has the ball to the goal line, there's always a sign with her hands over her head in a particular way.
Yes.
Perhaps telling them it's going to be a long one, or I'm calling one of you to come and take this goal kick. I'm still studying that.
Still studying it as they take one from far. Trying there, really. Perhaps spotting the goalkeeper being off her line and saying, let me rather go for a shot here and might just get something, but it was not enough. It was not enough.
It was really beautiful. Take nothing away from such a great thinker.
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger once said, what you think with your head, apply with your feet. And I think she was just applying that thought that came to her to say, look, the goalkeeper is off her line. Can you try your luck?
Yes. And unfortunately, it was not hard enough. Look at the goalkeeper as well with those goal kicks. Not being clinical. Could be another opportunity here. And big clearance there. Ivy Nyamucherera. Ivy Nyamucherera playing for COSAFA in Zimbabwe. Another throw in, and could be another cross here for Zambia. Yes, it is a cross. Jumping up there with Hazel Kanyuru, goalkeeper, grabbing that one. I mean, those aerial balls, she has been clinical with them, really.
Indeed, she has been a very brave goalkeeper. She has been flying off a line, really with a heart-seeking missile. She shut down what looks like to be a certain goal-scoring opportunity for the Zambian team. And she really tried to keep her team just on a back foot with one goal up to now. With so many opportunities that the Zambian team really presented here today.
And just up until Ruth Mukoma. Now, it is really just becoming too much here for Zimbabwe in the middle of the pitch. As again, we have witnessed second ball to the Zambian team. And now, coming up here is another opportunity here for Zimbabwe. Wasting that one, not well calculated, not well orchestrated. And a throw in. And I think for now, really, it has been better from Zimbabwe, isn't it? Especially when that player there, that is Shinyoka,
Yeah,
she can just start playing.
When Captain Shinyoka has the ball, and when you have
There she is.
when you have the likes of Mupua, who really made that great run and beat one defender to put in a cross. It was great. Unfortunately, her teammate opportunity could not use that granted opportunity just to keep the ball at bay and shake off her defender.
And there they come, the Zambians. We haven't seen the Zambian flavor. Another cross there. But as the referee said, that's a foul. Good opportunity here for Zambia. Free kick in a prime position.
Or perhaps a good opportunity here for the mighty Isabella to really show off her skills again and clinch her gloves onto that ball.
And we have some activities happening on the bench here. Look at that.
I mean, you look at the very beautiful pass there from the substitute Beatrice, whose teammate Mukoma could not keep it bay. She was nicked off the ground for her to lose balance. But very lucky there, Zambia, as the referee gave them that free kick. It's really, really in a great position.
Yeah.
Quite in front of goals. It's up to the free kick taker really to direct it.
Yes.
In whatever position, left, right, where they need it.
Yes, and as you can see there, the young Helen Banda alongside Beatrice Njobu, having a chat as to who is going to take that one. And is it Banda taking that one? Yes, takes that one. No! Beautiful goal! Sensational free kick there for Banda, Helen Banda. Look at those celebrations. Ah, what is that? Ah, what is that?
I wonder what the celebration means.
What
but
does
yeah,
that mean?
Beautiful stuff from the Zambian team. I told you it was in a very, very great position, quite in front of goal. You have enough time. Look at the ball where it is. Well taken. Goalkeeper goes the right side, but unfortunately stretched really far from her direction.
Yeah, this time around, no chance at all for the goalkeeper, that is Nyakuchena Isabella. Well beaten there. How is the Zimbabwean team going to respond this time around? There is a section of the spectators that is so vocal. I'm not so sure as to which supporters or which team they are supporting. There is she, the goal scorer, Banda, Helen Banda.
The supporters really for Zambia.
I think I will have to make time and perhaps meet her and ask her what that celebrations is all about. I mean, what does it signifies?
I mean, Africa is full of so many differences and celebrations,
Yes.
diverse cultures, and so many things that one wouldn't understand. But yes, beautifully done. I would have loved to hear that. When you get the answer, please do share as well, so we enjoy it together and keep the knowledge.
I will definitely share what that really means. But yes, how is the Zimbabwean team going to respond? Another opportunity, yeah, but they're not out of the woods. Is that a penalty? No, says the referee, lining up to take that shot again. Look at that.
Wow.
Twist and turning, and now referee still not interested in anything. He's Zambia all over. Look at that cross, header, and it is a corner. Really, Zambia is all over Zimbabwe here, to be honest. It has been one-way traffic for now, unless Zimbabwe come up with a plan
Yeah,
to really respond properly.
Zimbabwean defense is now shaken. Maybe because of the second goal, they are really not keeping at bay anymore. Giving a lot of space to Zambia to do whatever is it that they like. Passing the ball and dribbling them 1-2 within those areas. They need to really give what they've given in the first half and be able to cut off those passes, be able to win those challenges clinically without conceding those set pieces, because they have proven they can do it.
Yes, another player there from Zimbabwe indicating that she is injured, and that should be Maya Munyanduki, one of the players that has gone quiet really. Munyanduki. Maya. And another corner here for Zambia. Goalkeeper coming out between three players. Getting that one with ease. Nyakuchena really tried her best. And now another opportunity here for Zambia. Oh!
My word!
Just over the crossbar. That could have been 3 goals now. And wasted that one really. What happened to placing a ball to the back of the net? Wow. Well,
I already mentioned that it's been really criminal from Zambia to miss all these opportunities. They could have really been up already with so many goals. They have been banging and knocking on the door, but really being let down by that final decision. It came twice only.
yes.
Could have been 5-6 times. But that is the beauty of football, because it doesn't matter how good you do it. It's about how many times you found the back of the net.
And to a point, the defense of Zimbabwe, not only the defense but the midfielders, or rather the whole team, has been very casual for me. Unlike when they played against Lesotho. This time around, look at those number of corners there for Zimbabwe. 1 and 12 for Zambia. Another corner kick here for Zambia. Be another shot! Oh. Playing from behind there is Zimbabwe. Look at that. Every second ball belongs to, or rather falls to the Zambian player. And now on the attack again. Look at that. Beautifully played. And wasted as well there by the young lady.
Yeah, I think really the Zimbabweans defense is really scrambling for a while now. They have been leaving gaps. You must appreciate Zambia, who's really exploiting those flanks brilliantly and stretching the pitch really by using the whole dip or width with purpose. Has been threatening, and delicious passes through the midfield will continue to give them great opportunities to score. Look at that free corner kick. Again, free pass. Zambia or Zimbabwe not anywhere close to close those gaps. As we say, they are leaving quite big gaps.
Yes.
And if that was taken very well, as clinical as the free kick that was really taken with pure class, pure technique and confidence, could have been spot on again for a third goal.
Yes.
But let's be honest, despite the 2 goals cushion, that Zambia still haven't quite found that killer instinct in the final third. Coming from the recent set piece, could have been a third one already. Even though they have a beautiful build-up, that killer instinct of that last ball, that last touch, that last decision really need to come forth for them. Look at the pass there by the goalkeeper. Very beautiful take there by
yes, and now that opportunity.
Oh my
God! Wasted opportunity. It felt right in front of her. She was supposed to place that one and decided to take a big shot. And well, credit goes to the goalkeeper as well. That is Kakumbi. Brilliant save. Oh my.
I should admit the game is still full of momentum. It's about finding those spaces and who needs to take control.
Another opportunity there. Oh, casual, as I have said.
Now it's about whoever can turn the control into the conviction. Let's see if Zimbabwe can take one back.
It will be interesting really if Zimbabwe comes and equalizes here. We will have a game in hand, I'm telling you. We will have a very interesting match, I'm telling you. If they will have, or if they can equalize here, or even get 1 goal now, it will be game on. Look at that opportunity again. Zimbabwe. Even your General Chinyoka, now not having that power to kick that ball. I'm not so sure. Look at that action replay, Salome.
Look at that. Oh my word. It was Chinyoka just in front of goals, well chested down, but the finish went up for 3 points. Rugby and not football.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Could have been 3
The player
points.
of a caliber could have really put it down.
Really, Zambia is really very hard on the Zimbabwean players here, pushing them off the ball, like in bullying them here. Look at that cross, beautiful cross, header there. Could be another opportunity, yes! Oh! The goalkeeper, Nyakuchena, still proving that though you have got 2 goals, the confidence is still in me. And well, it went straight to her, and she didn't disappoint. And now, the young Winnie Mapua, really quiet, neutralized Alicia Shinyoka, the general, being neutralized as well. Chantel opportunity being quiet as well.
Yeah. I think you can see now the captain Chinyoka there made a switch with Tunduwe just to go a little bit on the wing, seeing that the youngest player Tunduwe was neutralized in that position and couldn't deliver to expectations.
That is actually the number 9. Look at that. That is the young Mapua coming into the center forward position here, and Chinyoka going to the far right. Perhaps a technical change or tactical change. Look at that run there from Ruth. Ruth with that cross, and really disappointing from her.
You can say that again. I mean, a player of a caliber with so much strength, power, and pace. You know you have already beaten your defender there. Take your time, composure, and just cross that ball in the right direction. Put it or place it to your teammates just to finish off and get you ahead. A lead of 2-0, it's never a lead when you see that your defense has been threatened a few times.
And time is ticking here for Zimbabwe. Could be another opportunity. Here's the young one taking a shot. Oh!
What a blunder! Beautifully
What
done!
a blunder by the goalkeeper there! Takubi Bukata. A rather simple one, and it worked for them.
Such a
Coming into the
one.
center. I mean, center forward position. Taking that first shot in that position. Getting a goal. Maybe that switch was very necessary, isn't it?
I
Wow.
mean, you got to thank the captain for really that awareness, seeing that this is your potential. You are now really blocked. Look at that pass, a very beautiful pass there by Kumalo, going into the position of Tunduwe. And Tunduwe does nothing but control and put it away.
On the other hand, on the other side as well. Oh, it is end-to-end stuff now. It is end-to-end stuff.
Quite an interesting game. I told you a lead
Very
of 2-0
interesting
is
indeed.
really not a lead in this type of competition where we have seen massive goals being scored.
And now that corner kick here for Zambia. Very much under pressure, playing it out. And that is Chantel Opportunity Mogute, one of the players that I have said she just went quiet, as if she's not featuring in this match here. Another corner considered, second consecutive corner here for Zambia. Well taken. Oh, very bad this time around. Very bad corner there for the young Beatrice Njovu. There she is.
Indeed, it's a good response from both sides. I mean, Zimbabwe really pulling one beautifully. The ball just passing through 2 players and taking away 3.
And,
for a goalkeeper to make that mistake.
Yeah, taking that. There we have it, the score confirmation. Look at that cross first. And oh, goalkeeper coming up. And really in a hurry to kick that one away. And they are unsettled now. Look at that. Clearance, but not out of the woods. Now the captain looking at the young Mapua. Mapua taking a shot again, trying her luck.
Beautifully done again. Unfortunately, it was not good for her. She did everything she could, but her teammates didn't come to the party just to make a run into the box. Just to be in that right position that anything can happen. A goalkeeper might still miss the ball, or it might bounce against the crossbar. They did not really give her that support. Otherwise, it could have been a wonder.
Look at that strong run there from Grace Piri. Giving it there to Ruth. Ruth there to Banda. Banda there to Mubanga. Mubanga, let's see. That is Faith Kaunda taking that shot. There she is. Look at that ball possession, 65 that of Zambia and 35% for Zimbabwe. And for now, the captain again there, Chinyoka. Second opportunity there to make a right pass. And it's like Mapua has gone again back to the right hand side of the pitch here. Trying to shoot from far. Very ambitious indeed.
It's becoming interesting.
Becoming interesting, as I have
But
said.
you can see that the change that was done by Alicia swapping with Mapua is no more.
Yes.
They have gone back to their basic positions.
But I mean, if it's working for them, like when she came into the center forward position, I mean, it worked for them. They got a goal. And now switching back again to their normal positions. I mean, does that really make sense? Why not? Why can't she just stay there in the middle of the center forward position? Maybe she might get another opportunity and bury, you know, or get a goal.
I think really we are seeing that
Another shot! Goalkeeper! I think she saw that one and she decided to just let it go out.
it is Kasema again for you.
Yes.
She has a beautiful power, really. And when she strikes the ball, it goes with so much strength and speed, which is what you want to see. But I just wanted to talk about Alicia there. She's playing up as a forward, a center forward. Nobody really from the Zimbabwean team is there really to play into that position, number 10, to be able to feed the forwards.
Yes, you can see the young skillful, that is Maya. Another strong run. It could be another one for Zambia here. Opportunity for a third goal. Is that one an offside? No, says the referee, and it is a goal. It stands. Well calculated. Look at that acrobatic celebration. The supporters are here as she is tying her hair.
I mean, it is a beautiful play, really unselfishly done from Mukoma, who made that beautiful pass across the goal just to find Beatrice, who's running in from the left.
Yes.
Really, really beautifully done. Again, look at that long-range pass. We are seeing that Mukoma definitely not offside. Very, very beautiful decision done there. Quite a correct one not to go for goals because her angle was being closed down by the goalkeeper. It was a beautiful
Look at that
decision
opportunity
to make.
again. Then another opportunity again for Zambia. And there is the score confirmation: 3 Zambia, 1 Zimbabwe. And this is the COSAFA u17 Girls Championship. Zambia now all over again. Could be another opportunity here for the captain, Ruth. Let's see. Dari throw in there for Zambia again. And taken there by Esther Ngabwe. The armband is perhaps having a problem. It's like Ruth Mukoma is running it off. Can't handle the wind that comes with those powerful runs of Mukoma. That powerful run. It could be another one. Yeah!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
It is
Goal
raining
number 4.
goals.
That is Grace Peary. Look at the coach. Unbelievable scenes here. You can't believe either. And the colors of Zambia flying high here at the Dr. Hage Geingob Rugby Stadium. Grace Peary taking that one with ease. And the goalkeeper having a problem. Again, those
Really?
hands.
I think you cannot blame the goalkeeper on this one.
Yes.
Just within the space of 2 minutes, Zimbabwe conceded 2 goals. Definitely the defense of, oh, we can see now she's asthmatic. Look at that pass. Being picked up, that is 3 versus 1. It is the defensive,
Yeah.
the defense of Zimbabwe really. You cannot allow that to happen within your own half. You are 3 against 1. You have to make the decisions right and make sure that you take the player, never allow her to go in front of goals. Sometimes all you need to do is block if you can't reach the ball. Make sure you don't apply contact to the player.
Yeah.
But again, for the second time in 2 minutes, the defense of Zimbabwe was caught sleeping and not doing what they have proven they possess or they could do, as they have done it in the first half. Really, really not something good coming from the girls. Is it perhaps fatigue? Have they lost control after scoring a goal? Is that all what they wanted? Just to have one taken back? It is going to back to the 7-0 or 7-1 of last year in this competition.
Yeah.
And they need really to better that result.
And just feeling sorry for the goalkeeper there of Zimbabwe. That is Nyakuchena. Seems as if she is struggling to breathe, or rather gasping air. And it might be well contributed with the weather conditions here in Windhoek. It is somehow partly cloudy. That might be the reason for her, perhaps a asthma attack. But yes, that is what it is for now. Another clearance there under pressure from Zimbabwe. And there she is, Esther Ngabwe. Has been marshalling that defense as well for Zambia. Another poor one there by Chantel Opportunity Mukute. There is a player down there attended by the referee as well. And time is ticking. We only have less than 5 minutes plus additional time or added time. And there she is. That is Chiesa Kumalo. Chiesa Kumalo. As they are looking on as well. The referee will just restart the match for now. And again, in possession here is Zambia. Taken by Banda. Playing it forward there to Beatrice. Look at that. Let's see. Another long one there. Further, but then couldn't direct it to the right direction, as there is a player that is going down as well. And that is the goal scorer, Grace Peary. Grace Peary. I've got reasons to believe it is a Setswana surname. You just have to double check on that. Another long one, and look at that. Second ball always for Zambia. Playing it rather back here to Mwape. Mwape to Mubanga. Really playing it very easy here is Zambia. It's another change here for Zimbabwe. We have the number 8 Cleopatra Singila.
Substitution for Zimbabwe.
And number 7 is coming out here for Zimbabwe. That is Chiesa Kumalo.
Jersey number 7, Chidisa Kumalo comes
coming
off.
out.
And jersey number 8, Cleopatra Chigila goes on.
Nearly 2 minutes left here before we hit the 90-minute mark. As you can see there, the young lady in Chiesa Kumalo being helped off the pitch here. Score confirmation, I mean not score confirmation, but rather substitution confirmation for you. But yes, another foul here. Foul for Zambia.
Referee not really happy with that. But I think
look at that. Nice one. Really playing very good football here is Zambia. Another tackle there, and it is a foul. Maya Munyanduki has been very quiet, really. Expected her to really come out and give Zambia a run for their money, but that was not the case. And as we are about to hit the 90-minute mark, still have to see as to how many minutes of optional time will be added. And it is only 2 minutes. I mean, Salome, it has been difficult really for Zimbabwe here.
indeed, I think they are getting pulled all over the place now.
Another opportunity there. Could that be a shot? Oh!
What a goal!
Beautiful, same time. Look at those. Lusaka style, Lusaka flavor. The last goal of this match, a cracker. Kicked it same time. Look at that bench. Celebrations going on. And that is none other than Natasha Kasema. Natasha Kasema really taking that one brilliantly. Look at her. She must be happy. She must be very happy. Look at that run. Take us through that one.
Let's look at that. Oh my God. Everything always coming from the right side, and that's from the captain, Mukoma, and Mukoma really took it. I told you already that when you see this player, every other ball that she strikes, it comes with so much energy, so much power, and she's such a beauty to watch, and every coach would want to have this player on the pitch that always take those long-range shots, and they are crackers.
Yes, and it is 5 for Zambia, 1 for Zimbabwe. And now again on the attack, goalkeeper, last one, is that a penalty? Yes, it is a penalty, is that it? Yes, it is a penalty, says the referee in the dying minutes. Some 5 seconds left, 3, 2, 1. And a penalty here awarded to Zambia. And the captain rightfully, Ruth Mukoma. Let's take
How
us
it
through that
came
one.
about. For me, really not quite a penalty because the ball was way too far from the player. Had no chance.
Look at where she is standing. That is Ruth Mukoma. What is she trying to do? Is she going to step back or kick from there? Ruth stepping back this time around. Mukoma, the captain of the Zambian national team, taking that one. Oh! Goalkeeper! Brilliant save! Excellent! She has been brilliant, really. Unfortunately, just considered some 5 goals in this match. But all in all, she has shown character, really. She has shown beautiful skills, beautiful basics from a goalkeeper. And yes, it is game over here for Zimbabwe. It is end of the road. And Zambia will be going through to the finals of this tournament for the 2nd time consecutively into the final. Are they going to take this final? It looks like they are really going to do that. I'm not so sure. We will have to wait up until tomorrow. From what we have seen here, I'm telling you, Zambia, a force really force to be reckoned with. Beautiful, great players, bright future for them. As you can see there, Zambia 5, Zimbabwe 1.
The next match will kick off at 8 p.m. Malawi taking on Mozambique.
That is the player of the match, the number 20 there. That is Helen Banda. Helen Banda being player of the match this afternoon. Celebrations are still going on here for the Zambian team. Smiles all over. And Salome, thank you so much for joining me, or for having joined me here in this commentary booth. I am Donald Bogosing-Chwaro. Put what's on it till tomorrow. Goodbye.
Making it all the way to the final with this victory. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling elevated. It's an honor, and we give God the glory. We didn't really start the tournament well, but at least today we're able to see the kind of football that we want from the girls. So going to the finals with the right tactical play, it gives me a motivation a lot. Thank you.
Coach Carol, in terms of that first half and then coming back, what did you say to the girls at halftime to make them come back with an additional 4 goals?
We told them to be calm. One of the weaknesses that Zimbabwe had was in the back line. They were heavy, and we had wingers that were faster. So we told them to create moments in the midfield where they pass to each other and then play it wide. And it's exactly what they did, and it brought in a lot of goals. We exploited the weakness of our opponents.
Congratulations, Coach, and see you tomorrow in the final.
Thank you.
Coach, an unfortunate loss there, but your team was still in it at halftime. Talk to us about that first half, first and foremost.
First half, the girls managed to contain the Zambian team. Why? Because they still had energy. They could move when defending. They could shift as a team. But then second half, they relapsed. So,
Coach, you still, not all is lost. You still have a shot at silverware. Talk to us about that third place playoff match tomorrow, either against Malawi or Mozambique.
It is an important match again because we won't be happy to go back home empty-handed. At least we'll fight for the third part. I would
encourage my girls to work hard for tomorrow, forget about today's results. We'll work on our shortfalls for the next tournament. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach, and the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
What an impeccable match there. Of course, if you're only joining us now, you've missed out on quite a bit. Of course, at the end of the first half, it was just one goal separating these two teams, but it was not to be for the likes of Zimbabwe, as the defending champions have other plans in terms of making it all the way to the final and adding an additional 4 goals to score a total of 5-1. What an impeccable match. And your first thoughts if I tell you 5-1 final scoreline of this match?
CJ, not what we expected to see today, you know, given how the match started. But I think it goes to show that Zambia is a team that is mentally tough. You know, when the going gets tough, they raise their hands and they, you know, just come up to the party. You know, they show up when the time is right.
They definitely did indeed show up. Hard luck for Zimbabwe at the end of the day in terms of that match.
Yeah. Hard luck for them, but I've seen a goal coming for Zimbabwe, and then they got that. And like I said, Zimbabwe is a country and a team that has come through leaps and bounds, and already them being here, it's already a bonus. So tough luck for them. All the best to Zimbabwe for going to the final.
Definitely so. Now the defending champions definitely still defending their title, Lady Anna.
Yes, definitely. I think that is what they wanted to do, CJ, coming into this competition. And they did just that. Obviously, congratulations to Zambia for putting out a good fight today, you know, showing why they are the defending champions and why they are the most successful team in this tournament. And also, congratulations to Zimbabwe for actually putting up a good fight out there today.
Now, talk to us, Veronica, in terms of players that stood out for you or players that you felt were a bit absent when it gets to this match.
I feel if I take a look at Zimbabwe, Hazel have been doing much well with the goalkeeper. And I think there was a time that we could need more Hazels, but then she was alone. I saw jersey number 2, Ivy. She has been helping Hazel now and then, but then she will step back. So I think at defense for Zimbabwe, they let her be alone, and it was tough for her.
Lady Anna, the likes of Hazel, we've touched on her so much, but the contribution that she made went in vain. As the Zambian coach also alluded to, that was their game plan for the second half, is exploiting the abilities that they have in terms of speed when it gets to their wings and forwards. And that's exactly what we touched on at halftime here, is to make sure that they use the speed that they have on offer, and that's what they did.
Yeah, definitely Zambia really went in halftime and, you know, decided to change up and switch up their tactics coming into the second half. I think Hazel, a very formidable player, you know, a force to be reckoned with. I can't wait to see how great she becomes. Another outstanding player was Ivy for me, also had a goal line clearance there. And we cannot forget to mention what a goal, you know. That was individual brilliance coming to play. This is the stage for such things to happen, It's a shame they didn't, get the results they wanted, but I think individual players that really stood out for me, the three of them, including the goalkeeper.
Another player that played impeccable, that showed it in terms of goal line as well, is Natasha from Zambia, that got a brace to her name. Talk to us about Natasha and the influence she had on this match.
I think she has a big influence, and especially this game, we have seen that she gave a lot of contribution for the team, and she has been doing so much well. And I think senior national team coaches must also have an eye on her.
Lady Anna, your thoughts, you touched on D so well, but who else stood out from you in terms of the Zambian on the opposite side that maybe came to the foreground that you would have even contended as a player of the match, for example?
Yeah, CJ Mubanga never, is shy of performing to her best ability. But I think another player that really stood out for me is Kaunda. They are left back, very involved in attack, also very great in defense. She gave those, the crosses behind the defense. She tried to be as creative as possible. You could see this girl telling the people, guys, wait, this is my ball. Let me see what I can do with it, I think the Zambian team is filled with so much class and so much quality. You cannot single out a player.
Now, Veronica, in terms of possession, we know that Zambia took that 70-30. Did it show, and was there glimpses of where you thought that Zimbabwe could have fought their way back?
I think first half, Zimbabwe did great. I must applaud them on that. They did great first half, and I think when they conceded the second goal, that's where their momentum fell, which they were not supposed to do, and that's where Zambia came on board to attack them.
Now, Lady Anna, Zambia, can we look forward to more of this type of dominance in the final, depending on who they will be facing? Of course, the second semi-final is the likes of Malawi, Mozambique, but do you expect the same kind of dominance, especially when it gets to second half performance?
Yeah, CJ, I'm picking up a trend here with Zambia. When it comes to the second half, it's like they recharge and reboot. They come as a different team, obviously assessing the first half. I think we are expected to see them obviously dominating, but I'm hoping that Malawi or Mozambique puts up a fight in the finals tomorrow, because that is what we want to see. We want to see competitiveness. We don't want to see teams working over each other at this stage in the competition.
At this stage in the competition, definitely so. Now, we do still have a match in hand, but looking at that final, whether it's Mozambique or the likes of Malawi, what do you expect from the Zambian side in that final?
Zambia, it's technically good. They have a good combination play, especially the last. I was also wondering, where do they get this energy from? But definitely it's the hard work that pays off, and I feel like I'm looking forward to see more. They can deliver more.
Now, I'd just like to thank you girls so much for joining us here on the touchline. It's been an absolute pleasure. Of course, we still have one match to go, but thank you for your efforts for today.
Thank you so much for having us.
There you have it. Of course, that concludes the first semi-final of the 2025 Under-17 COSAFA Girls Championship. And what a match it was. Of course, it's not to be for Zimbabwe, as they had to bend the knee down to Zambia. 5 goals between these two teams. And what will the second semi-final dish up? Well, only time will tell. Do join us again as we bring you that match live. Of course, you can catch the action on FIFA Plus, COSAFA TV, NBC Plus, or NBC2. So make sure you tune in and join us for that second semi-final. Up until then, it's goodbye for now.